Hello, everybody. Welcome to Drive-Thru. I'm your host, Tony T, as we broadcast live here on Pig Dogs and Sports Chat Place YouTube channel and throughout social media. We'll get you out here well before the top of the hour. Give you guys enough time to get those bets in for the primetime games. That's what we do here on the Drive-Thru, Monday through Friday at 6 p.m. Eastern Time, is deliver live free sports picks for the games beginning at 7 p.m. Eastern Time and later, and to deliver those winners are professional handicappers over at Pig Dogs and at Sports Chat Place. Let's take a peek at who's on the show here for today. All right, with us is Jovan Burts, Ninos, Brad Francis, Chris Service-Coast, and Brian Bitler. Here's how they're going to line up for this evening. We got Bitler, Francis, Burts, Ruffolo, Ninos, and then I will close this one out. All right, Chris, we made it here to week 2 of the NBA playoffs, and so have all 16 teams. So far, no one eliminated.
And not yet, Tony. There's still time. But you know what? You know what? And I got to say, you didn't give my Raptors a chance. They were able to stave off elimination. Can they do it for 2 games in a row? We'll have to find out tonight.
We'll find out. And the Nets could be the first team eliminated from these playoffs. I wish they would. I don't know if that was up there. First team eliminated from the postseason. That would have been interesting if you get the Nets to be the first team eliminated from the postseason. Who would have thought that would happen?
You know what? And I am willing to bet that they may have been shorter odds, or the Celtics may have been better odds to be eliminated first than the Nets. I know a lot of people were hyping up the Nets, saying they would have been a better seed had they been healthy the full year, but the Celtics not having any of that so far this series.
Not at all. All right, let's get the show on the road. Let's go ahead and bring in Brian Bitler. He has a game starting 45 after the hour. Let's bring him in right now. Brian, what's happening? You're on mute, Brian. We lost your sound there. You went to mute. Let's see if he can get that. We see a lot of his fingers, so we'll see. He can put them to work here. Let's see here. There we go. There we go. Maybe he's got to do the old sign out, sign back in again. So if he's going to do the old sign out, we get an elbow shot this time. So let's go ahead and let's go to see if we get. Well, if he doesn't sign on, I'm going to flip see if we can get Brad Francis in here. I think we'll go to Brad. We'll come Brian next. Brad, what's happening? Now he's the mute. He hit the mute button. What's going on there? No sound for Brad Francis. Here we go.
All right. You guys hear me?
There we go.
Hear you now. There we go.
There we go.
There we go.
I was so worried. I was so worried it was Tony's fault.
All right, here we go. The Brad, we're going 9:40 Eastern Time, Major League Baseball here as the D-backs host the Dodgers. We got the Dodgers $1.85. Total sits 8.5.
Yeah, and I'm gonna go with this no-run first inning here. A little fun bet gets the blood going. So yeah, I saw some interesting stats when it comes to the no-run first inning between these two pitchers and teams. Walker Buehler, he'll be on the mound for the Dodgers, and he hasn't allowed a run in the first inning in his first 3 starts this season. And he's also 38-8 when it comes to hitting Nerfy since 2021. The Nerfy's also 5-0 in Buehler's starts against the Diamondbacks in his career. So love that there. And then Merrill Kelly, on the other hand, will be on the mound for the Diamondbacks. Is also 3-0 when it comes to not allowing a run in the first inning. And he's holding opposing hitters to a 182 batting average in the first inning this season. So that's pretty solid. This guy starts out strong. And ever since joining Arizona, Kelly is 26-7 when it comes to hitting the Nerfies at home. So a lot of Nerfy trends when it comes to these pitchers. And, you know, Kelly, he'll face Mookie Betts, Trey Turner, and Max Muncy in this first inning, which sounds scary, but these guys have been struggling, and especially struggling in the start of games. Mookie Betts is 3 for 22, Max Muncy is 3 for 19, and Trey Turner is 4 for 23 in their last time at bat. So these hitters start off a little rough and are a little cold. So I like all the trends here for a Nerfy.
All right, Brad here. No runs first inning. LA Dodgers, Arizona Diamondbacks -120. All right, Chris. Yeah, Merrill Kelly off to a great start. Did face the Padres, Astros, Nationals. Now it's a huge step up in class here against the Dodgers, who we've seen have been slow starters.
Yeah, that they have, and I like the pitching matchup here. That's also kind of why I was looking at the first 5 innings under, as well as potentially the full game, depending on how long these guys go. That may be a live bet to look into, but first 5 innings under for me, and this one's a solid play, like Brad said. There's just so much to like about this starting pitching matchup, even against the mighty Dodgers. I got to think that there's maybe some wiggle room here for a first 5 innings under.
All right, Brad Francis says take no runs first inning. LA Dodgers, Arizona Diamondbacks -120. Start time here, 9:40 Eastern Time over on MLB Network. All right, Brad, let's go over to Pig Dogs Premium here. We're doing fantastic work in the NBA here, showing good profit, 1,021 units of profit. Showing profit, what do you have going on over the site?
Yeah, I got my Money Making Monday 3-pack. Got my favorite NBA play tonight, as well as 2 MLB plays. I love this package tonight. You know, I looked at the slate this morning. I was like, okay, There's a lot of options. I narrowed it down to my 3 best picks, and that's what you could get on the site for today. As well as got my 3-day, 7-day, 30-day passes as well. Great value there. So check out the website. All types of stuff on there.
That's right, guys. Got on board with Brad Francis over at Pick Dogs. From your seen numbers in the NBA, also showing good profit here in the NHL. He did come off a really great NFL season. A money-making 3-pack, his best 3 plays for today. MLB, 2 MLB, 1 NBA. So get on board with that. Affordable pricing, just $34.99 there with that. Of course, you can go long-term with Brad with that 3, 7, and 30 All Sports Pass. You get that 1-month All Sports Pass, and we get into the rest of the NBA playoffs, which will get you right into near the end of the Eastern and Western Conference Finals, as well as NHL, as the NHL playoffs begin here in about a week. So a good time to get on board with Brad Francis' 1-month All Sports Pass over at Pick Dogs. You can add a second capper. Oh, by the way, also delves into UFC. We see in that UFC show any premium releases from those cards?
I haven't. I've been just giving out these winners for free. I mean, I tore it up the last 2 weeks on the show. I'm gonna start doing the premium picks on the on MMA, but for right now, they've been free. So get them while they last.
Get them while they last. He's been doing that MMA show with Mills. We'll talk about that a little later, guys. But get on board here with Brad Francis. That 1-month All Sports Pass may sprinkle in some MMA, UFC. So get signed up and get on board. All right, Brad. As always, great having you show. Continue that success. So why don't you let us know about your MMA show that you do with the Mills on Wednesdays?
Yeah, every Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern time, we go over basically the main card and any prelim fights that we like for that Saturday's UFC card. So the show's just getting started. I want you guys to check it out. We need your support, and I want to do it more often. So, without your guys' support, we won't be able to do that. So check that out every Wednesday.
Every Wednesday, guys. Check it out here on the Pick Dogs channel. All right, Brad, have a great night. We'll talk with you again on Friday.
All right, it was a pleasure, guys. Have a good one.
You got it. Brad Francis here on the drive. So let's continue on here with Chris as the co-host. Looks like Brian is signed in, so we'll get to Brian here in just a second, guys. Be sure to subscribe to our channel. Free picks every single day. Of course, it all gets started with that morning show, 10 a.m. Eastern time. What you've got is we've got Mitch's 7 picks in 5 minutes, and that is followed up here with Mitch and Joe Madden as they have their sports betting pick show at 10:05. A lot of picks. We'll talk about line moves, industry discussions, betting tool talk as well. We'll generate some picks there. Of course, we got 3 shows preceding us. We have the Puck and Crazy show, which is a hockey show, the soccer show with Goran, and of course, Mitch's betting tools show, where he generates picks from his betting tools, leading up to us at 6 Eastern time. And of course, we always ask for help with those likes. So thumbs up, Chris. It really helps us build up an audience.
For sure, Tony, it does. Like Brad said, stuff like the drive-through, the MMA show, it's because we have interest in it, and your guys' support, your likes, your thumbs up, tell us that we're doing it right and that you want to see more of it. So keep those likes, those thumbs up coming in, because they're only going to help us get bigger and better. And show you guys how much we appreciate all the love and support. It's a small card for a Monday, but I found a couple of plays, a nerfy parlay. Brad mentioned a nerfy play just now. No runs in the first inning. It can be a quick way to get you paid. I got 2 of those plays tonight that you could parlay up, paying around plus 250 on the take back. But we need 150 likes to get those plays for you.
There you go. Gotta like those nerfies. Don't have 3 hours to sit around. You can just get that 10 to 20 minute game. First inning, you're in like Flynn. There you go. Let's continue on here with the drive. Now we're going to wire back in with Brian Bitler. Brian, how you doing?
Let's hope the audio's working. Is it working, guys?
It's working.
Am I on? Oh, thank God. That's great. You know what? I've enjoyed Chris Ruffolo on the soccer show. He's definitely adding spice to that. And the morning show's 10:30, not 10:05. So don't forget to set your alarm clocks for 10:30 for the morning show.
10:30 for the morning show, not 10:05. All right, so 10:30 now for the morning show. All right.
It's always moving.
It's always moving, yeah. 10:05, then 10, and of course Mitch's 7 picks in 5 minutes. So now we got a 10:30. All right, here we go. Major League Baseball at 45 to the after the hour here. Half an hour at first pitch here. Phillies to host the Rockies. Phillies favored $1.80, total 8.5.
Yeah, I think this is one you guys want to get on as soon as possible because this game will be first pitch in just 40 minutes or so. I'm going to take the over 8.5 in the Phillies-Rockies game tonight. Really perfect hitting conditions here in Philadelphia. I believe on top of that, you got 2 mediocre pitchers going. The Phillies haven't been hitting well, but I think that will come around tonight. Kyle Gibson is prone to have the big inning if the Phillies let him go too long, and that manager of the Phillies, he does that from time to time. Kyle Freeland, he's no all-star for sure. 0-2 this season with a 10.00 ERA. For me, Phillies, Rockies, over 8.5 is the play.
All right, Brian says go Phillies or Rockies over 8.5. All right, Chris, they gave Freeland that big contract, and you know what happens to Colorado Rockies pitchers, right?
Oh, God. Yeah, you just had to remind it. Freeland, a pitcher I was high on, considering he was a Colorado kid. But I'm with Brian here. I like the over 8.5. Gibson, I've said it before. I think in his last start, he hasn't looked comfortable since joining the Phillies last year. And Kyle Freeland, until you see him get right, I think he's got to be a sort of a pitcher you fade until further notice.
Yeah, Freeland's seen his strikeout rate down to 15%, line drive rate up to 28%, 12 earned runs in 14 innings, and even for Gibson's been a major fade throughout his career in baseball, although he has moderate success last year. But, when you look at him, he's got up 7 runs in 17 2/3 innings. You make it, the strikeout rate's up 27.5, but when they hit him, the line drive contact is up. There's been a dip in velocity. So the Phillies are also hitting lefties, 300 batting average against left-handers. So agreement there. Rockies, Phillies over a total of 8.5. This one will have a start time 6:45 Eastern time, MLB Extra News channel. All right, Brian, let's take a look over at Pick Dog Spin. We're doing great work. Look at this numbers in the MLB. Great start here, 722 units of profit. It's all documented, so you can verify that over on his handicapping page. What do you have going on over the site?
I'll tell you what, I got my Monday night money shot 3-pack, my 2 best bets in the NBA, 1 in Major League Baseball, all for $50 at pickdogs.com, premium picks. Absolutely love that one baseball play, and these 2 NBA plays, definitely perfect to parlay together or team me up with one of these other great handicappers in the 2-for-1 capper deals. Just check out the leaderboards and team me up with one of those guys.
That's right, guys. Got on board with Brian Bitler over at Pick Dogs. You see number 720 units of profit, MLB. That is all documented. You can verify that on his page. Tonight, that Monday pound zone, he's got singles there from the NBA, as well as a Monday shocking winner. He does put a 3-pack together. He calls it his Monday night money shot 3-pack. 3 best bets on the board, 2 best bets NBA, 1 MLB, right for you. Get on board with that. Or, of course, the long-term passes with Brian, that 3, 7, or 30 sports pass. You get every play that Brian releases over at Pick Dogs for that period of time you select. When you go to the profile page, you make that purchase, get that 1-month pass. Well, that'll take you into a good 3 weeks of the NHL playoffs. We'll get you into as well right up until middle of NBA Eastern and Western Conference Finals. That'll take you right to the middle of it, as well as all his baseball for that 30 days. And good time to get on board here with Brian Bitler. I don't know if he's delving into USFL this year.
You know what? I turned on a game yesterday. I think it was 28-3, something like that, against, I don't know, it was Tampa Bay and New Orleans. I don't remember who was playing, but there was almost nobody in the stands. So I don't know how long USFL is going to last, but wait for my XFL next year, baby. That'll be the key.
He's waiting for the XFL. Yeah, no. It's played in Montgomery, Alabama, a neutral site. No, because of they use the COVID excuse, but there's all games played in one location this year in Montgomery, Alabama. All so right. It's gonna look like that for a while. Cut down travel expense, cut down hotel expense, save money. All right, Brian. Of course, you can save money with the 2-for-1 capper promotion. You can take that 30 all sports pass, add a second capper with the 2-for-1. Add Brian with Mitch. Add Brian with Joe Madden. Add Brian with Chris, with Jovan Burts, Little Al, Big Al. 2-for-1 capper promotion. Your best value over at Pick Dogs. Brian, it's always great having your show. Continue that success. We'll talk with you again on Friday. But I know you also contribute to the morning show. We see you there on the morning shows. We see those videos of yours as well. Take it to the bank.
Yeah, make sure you tune in every morning. Me, Mitch, and Joe giving you some morning free winners, plus my ticket to the bank play, where I give out my best free pick in video form on the Pick Dogs YouTube channel. So make sure you look for that daily, and please give me a thumbs up. Every thumbs up counts.
Thumbs up count, no doubt about that. All right, Brian, have a great night. We'll talk to you on Friday. Brian Bitler here on The Drive, too. Let's continue on the show with Chris. Chris, now where do we sit with our like goal?
Well, Tony, it's still early in the show, but we're making a little bit of progress. We're at 28 likes right now, 62 people watching, and we gotta wait for everybody to start filing in and taking their seats for the drive-through. But we can get to 150 likes by the recap. I got a nerfy parlay, 2 no-run in the first inning MLB plays for tonight. It's a small card, but doesn't mean we can't make money with it. The parlay paying about plus 250. So let's make sure you get those likes in, and we can get you paid for tonight's action.
Yeah, we're trying to get some people through the drive-through, but someone just made a huge order right now. I wonder who that is.
Don't look at me.
All right.
Don't look at me. I prepare all my stuff specially in the back for myself. I don't know about you guys.
There you go. Let's continue here on the drive. Let's welcome in Jovan Burts. You'll find him over at Pick Dogs Premium. Jovan, what's happening?
Ain't nothing much over here. How about y'all?
Oh, it's going great. It's going great. All right, here we go. Major League Baseball tonight, 8 Eastern time. Battle of Texas, AL West foes meet here as the Rangers host the Astros. The Astros favored, total 8.
Yeah, and I'm on the over in this one. Now, Framber Valdez and Dane Dunning, that just sounds like an over right there. Now, Framber Valdez, he comes into this game with a 4.50 ERA. And the one thing that Texas can do is rake against lefties. They believe they have a 257 batting average against lefties. And I think these in play to give up some runs in this one. And Dane Dunning on the other side, he's definitely in play to give up some runs. 5.68 ERA, 1.89 WHIP, and in his only start against Houston, he gave up 4 runs in 4 innings, and we all know about the Rangers bullpen. They love to give it up as well. They've been involved in some high-scoring games already this season, so I just believe that between these two starters and at least one of the bullpens, and if you could get to the Astros bullpen early enough, maybe they could give up a few runs. But I think all in all, this should get over the total, relatively easily.
All right, Jovan says Astros and Rangers over a total of 8. Yeah, Chris, you look at Framber, these both pitchers, double-digit walk rates, both with really high line drive rates here, 23% for Framber, 28% here for Dunning. And, of course, Dunning's given up 1.42 home runs for 9 innings. Before, you look at his splits, home, road, bad, home okay, bad, terrible, both so far has been a bad start for Dunning.
Yeah, well, I mean, I think Jovan made a key point here. I think the bullpens are going to be the ones to contribute to this game, going over the total, because you look at what Houston's bullpen did yesterday against Toronto. Yeah, Houston won that game. I think it was 8-7 in extra innings, but Houston led that game 5-1, and then a home run from Matt Chapman all of a sudden made it a 5-5 game, and all of a sudden the lead was evaporated, and Houston back up to giving up runs. As inefficient as Houston's offense has been, though, I think they can get to maybe Dunning or at worst this Texas bullpen, so that's why I like the over 8 as well.
All right, Astros, Rangers over total of 8. This one will have a start time of 8 Eastern time. You can watch it on MLB Extra News channel. All right, Jovan, let's take a look over at Pick Dog Spring. We put up great numbers here for 2022, 913 units of profit. That is all documented over at Pick Dogs. You can check out Jovan's profile page there. You can see every play there that's listed, and it's documented there for you to see. All right, tonight we got a handful of games from Major League Baseball. Those 3 big NBA. What do you have going on over the site?
Yeah, it's Monday, so you know what that means. Time to get money with my Money Bag Monday NBA playoff 3-pack, 3 plays that I believe is going to cash. Currently on a 10-3 NBA run, and I'm looking to do some damage once again to the books. Also have a standalone play in Major League Baseball, my Money Bag Monday Stand and Deliver play of the night. So check that out as well. Also check me out on my 3-day, my 7-day, my 30-day, my yearly, or match me up with one of the other handicappers for the 2-for-1 Kappa promotional. It's all there, Sports Chat Place and Pick Dogs. Let's get it.
Let's get it here with Jovan Burts over at Pick Dogs. You see the numbers here for the year. Great work showing profit as well. The past 7 days, they do a lot of cappers here. Going good profit in the NBA this season. So Jovan tonight has got a money bag, 3 NBA playoff 3-pack. His 3 best bets. He's on a 10-3 run in the NBA. Continues with his 3-pack tonight. So bang the book and get on board with it. Also some money bag Monday Night Baseball is a stand and deliver play of the night. You can get on board with those individually or in a 3-pack with that NBA playoff 3-pack. That's a good value there. Or again, you can go long-term with Jovan, 3, 7, or 30-hour sports pass to get you every play Jovan releases over at Pick Dogs Premium for that time period you select. When you go to the profile page and you make that purchase, you can add a second capper with his 2-for-1 capper promotion. Even greater value there. All right, Jovan, as always, great having your show. Continue that success. We'll talk with you later in the week. But I know you also contribute to Pick Dogs with your videos.
Yeah, 2 per day. Every day, bang them out. Then you catch me on the weekends giving out more free picks. So I'm here for it.
You got it. Get on board here. Check out Jovan Burts over at Pick Dogs video, and he'll be back here Friday, as well as contributes to the weekend show. All right, Jovan, have a great night. We'll talk with you on Friday.
Absolutely. Have a good night, win, and see you on Friday.
We'll see you on Friday and win. Jovan Burts here on the drive through. Let's continue on here with Chris. Chris, where do we sit with our like goal?
I'm telling you, we're at 47 likes right now, 97 people watching. So again, can't necessarily say we're at that point where if everyone just clicked the like button, we'd be at our goal, but we're making progress. So guys, get those likes in. Someone just asked me in the comment section if we have a parlay coming. I don't have a 3-leg parlay, but like I said, I have a 2-leg Nerfy parlay. No runs in the first inning. A very quick way to get some money tonight. And if we can get 150 likes, we'll get you guys those 2 plays during the recap. Right now, we're at 52.
All right, let's continue on here on the drive-thru. Now, Chris, front and center, the lone NHL game of the night goes to Chris. We're looking here at the Blackhawks as host the Flyers. Blackhawks $1.35, total 6.5.
Yeah, and Tony, I kind of hesitated looking at this on the surface to give this game up, but then I found an angle that I kind of really like with this one. You know, the Flyers coming off of a big win over their in-state rival, the Pittsburgh Penguins. And simply put, I just don't think the Blackhawks should be laying this kind of juice against anybody, let alone the Philadelphia Flyers. You know, the Flyers already beat Chicago back in March 4-3 at home, and now, yeah, Chicago has home ice in this one, and yeah, they have the rest advantage, especially with Philadelphia playing that back-to-back, like I said, against the Pittsburgh game on Sunday, and then today's matchup against Chicago. But the Chicago Blackhawks just came from a 3-game and 4-night trip out west. I think there's going to be a little bit of a fatigue that carries over here. On top of that, the Flyers, they haven't had a ton to be happy about this season. They've been on a pretty much downward trajectory since, I'd say, mid to late December up until now, to the point where they basically sold everybody off and deemed themselves a fire sale and in a rebuild for the next couple of years. So I think that the Flyers just want to build a little bit of positive momentum right now, give themselves some positive vibes going into next year, and maybe give the fans at back home something to smile about. If it's more of a fade of the Chicago Blackhawks than anything else, so be it, but I got to go with Philadelphia in the plus money here.
All right, Chris says go with Philadelphia, the plus money here, plus 115 against the Blackhawks. Yeah, you know, you kind of look at the Flyers' form here, a lot better here than the Blackhawks, who have been held to one goal against the Kings and the Sharks on the road.
The Sharks was the more eye-opening result, I think, for me. The Kings have been a playoff team for much of the second half of the season, and they've had to do so by playing good defense. But to not be able to do much against the San Jose Sharks, who were, I believe, at the time, on a 10-game losing streak. Or it was either a 10 or an 8-game losing streak at the time. But to be able to not do anything against the Sharks is almost inexcusable for the Blackhawks. They traded away their best goaltender, Marc-Andre Fleury. They left the reins to Kevin Lankinen, who just hasn't been the same goalie he was last season. He had a nice start to his career, a nice rookie campaign, but it hasn't translated to this year. Simply, like I said, the Blackhawks just should not be laying juice against anybody. At least maybe a coin flip price in a spot like this between two struggling teams, but not minus 135, minus 140.
Yeah, more value play here on the Flyers. Value play would mean just bet it stand alone, no tight and no parlay, just stand alone.
Yeah, I would just bet this is a standalone play if you're just trying to get some value anywhere on Monday night on a small card.
Yeah, those value cards, bet them stand alone, you make money in the long term, but never tie. When you hear value or the safe bet, when I hear something like that, I'm thinking not a parlay, just stand alone.
Yeah, exactly. I wouldn't. This is not one of my stronger plays on the board, but I do like, you know, sometimes you can find value, Tony, like you said, in these one-game NHL cards. There's a lot of focus on it from NHL bettors, but again, doesn't mean we can't make money with it.
That's right. Flyers, Blackhawks, Flyers plus 115 against the Blackhawks. This one will have a start time of 8 Eastern time, NHL over on ESPN Plus. All right, Chris, let's take a look over at Pick Dogs Prim. For tonight, we've got those handful of games here from MLB. A lot of attention on these 3 NBA games as we get deeper in this first round. What do you have going on over at the site?
Well, I've got a couple of 3-packs tonight. A 3-pack from the MLB, as well as my 3-pack from the NBA. Crushed the books on the NBA yesterday. Had a great day yesterday. Looking to try to carry that forward into today. Each 3-pack, $39.95. For an extra $20, you can get yourself a 3-day pass where basically, you know, it'll get you today's plays all included, as well as 2 days for basically $10 a day, where you'll get MLB action, NBA playoff action, NHL closing in on the rest of the regular season. The week will get you into the final day of the NHL season, and the rest of a lot of the NBA first round, as well as MLB. The month gets you into the NHL playoffs. The year gets you full seasons of all the major sports for around $100 a month. You can also pair me up with someone else, part of the 2-for-1 capper deal. You know, we've had great cappers on the show already. Brad, Brian, Jovan, Al Ninos is coming up. Tony T. Can pair any of us up. We'll make you some money. Still got my MLB and NBA passes up there. The MLB season pass and the NBA playoff pass. Tons of options for you guys. I know I just threw a ton at you, but go check it out over at Pick Dogs Premium.
That's right, guys. I got on board here with Ruffolo over at Pick Dogs Premium. He's got an NBA 3-point play up there. He takes his best bets from the NBA, puts them together in a 3-pack. Affordable pricing, $39.95. Also an MLB triple play, 3 best bets from MLB in a 3-pack standalone, $39.95 on that 3-pack MLB. So 2 3-packs up there from NBA and MLB. Of course, as Chris was alluding to, get those long-term passes, that 3 or 7 day all sports pass. If you're just in the NBA playoffs, he does have an NBA playoff posterizer pass, $229.95. The remainder of Chris's premium picks for this NBA playoffs. Still about 6 weeks remaining here, so you get 6 weeks of premium picks from Chris from the playoffs from the NBA. So good time to get on board with that. If you're into baseball, baseball's a long season. It goes right into November. Can you imagine that? We're in the last month of college football when MLB finishes. So that's right in the top, early November, late October. So a good time to get on board with Chris's MLB season pass. It's a long season in MLB. Also includes postseason. So get on board with that. He says till December 31st, 2022. So if somehow, some way, the MLB season goes to December 31st, you get that. But I think it's going to stop probably sometime in early November, Chris.
Yeah, I do too. But you know me, I'm just a very forgetful person, so I didn't want to just click the wrong date and then all of a sudden have like a 2-month stoppage and we're playing into December. So you never know. But yeah, we'll get you right until the final out of the World Series.
Final out of the World Series with that Grand Slam 2022 MLB season pass. Get on board with that. Of course, with the long-term passes, 3, 7, 30 sports pass, that qualifies for 2-for-1 capper promotion, so you can match them up with another capper like Brad, like Al Ninos, Brian Bitler. There's truly Mitch. Get on board with Chris. Check his profile page and get signed up. Let's continue on here with the show, joined by Chris. Now, where do we sit with our like goal?
Tony, we're approaching the halfway mark. We're at 73 likes right now, 87 people watching. So if we've had people that haven't hit the like button, we may not need everybody to come in to hit our 150. If you can just hit the like button, doesn't cost you a cent, helps us out a ton. And if we can get to 150 likes by the end of the recap, we'll get you the 2-leg Nerfy parlay. No runs in the first inning. It'll be a quick way to get you paid tonight. Around plus 250 on that parlay, but we need your guys' help to get there. We need about 74 more likes.
74 more likes. Keep those likes, those thumbs up coming in. Let's continue on here with the drive-thru. Now it's time for Al Ninos. Get him in here. Al, what's happening?
Sorry about that. Hey, how you doing?
Doing good. All right, here we go. We're going to close the show off with 2 NBA picks. Al is the first one here. Mavericks here to host the Jazz, 9:30 Eastern time over on TNT. Mavericks laying 3, total 212.5.
Yeah, it's been a very interesting series so far. Obviously, Doncic was out for the start of it, but came back for game 4, and which is a game they lost by 1. But this is a tough game. It's not an easy game by any means. It's 2 very good teams. I actually think Utah has the better team. Doncic, you could argue, might be the best player on the court. I think that's even up for debate. I think Donovan Mitchell is a great player. And even expect Mike Conley to step up a little bit, remind everyone that, hey, he's a pretty good point guard too. But I think the value at the end of the day is on the Jazz tonight. As I said, I do think on paper they are the better team. And despite the way they've been playing, I think we're getting some value on them tonight. So I'll take a shot with them on the money line.
All right, Al says he's going to take a shot with the money line here. Utah Jazz money line plus 135 here against the Dallas Mavericks. All right, Chris, of course, Doncic's back. The Dallas was getting shots off here against this Utah Jazz team without Doncic in the series. They're averaging 113 points per 100 possessions here. You know, we kind of track this Utah team, one of these teams that kind of play defense sometimes, and they have not been consistent. So what's your thoughts on this one?
I think it's going to be, I think it's arguably has been the toughest of the to try to get on, because obviously the injury to Doncic and having him come back into the lineup, it's kind of thrown a wrench into things. And it'll be interesting to see how these 2 teams employ their lineups tonight. We saw the one game in the series that went over was when they all went small ball and there were a lot of threes. But Doncic came back and it's almost like the pace slowed down. So I think it's going to be a slow start. I'm looking at a first half under in this one. I think it's going to be a bit of a slower, more methodical pace as teams try to sort of get their footing and make it more exciting in the third and fourth quarter.
Chris looks first half under. Al likes the money line. I don't need the points. They're going to win outright, says Al Ninos plus 135 against Dallas Mavericks. This one will have a start time 9:30 Eastern time, your doubleheader game over on TNT. All right, Al Ninos, let's take a look over at Pick Dogs Premium here for tonight. You're doing fine work here at NHL. 2,781 units of profit, showing profit last 30 days, last 7 days, coming off a profit day yesterday. Doing great work as well in the NBA, showing profit there as well. All right, we got just a single from the NHL. We got a handful from baseball and those 3 big NBA. What do you have going on over at the site?
Yeah, as much as I hate to do it, I had to take a pass on the NHL tonight. Just not the prettiest game on the board. But yeah, I do have a 5-pack, my 3 best MLB, 2 best NBA. And yeah, grab one of those or pair me up with your other favorite capper. I get an even better deal that way. More picks.
That's right, guys. Get it over with Ninos over at Pick Dogs. We see numbers here: 2,781 units of profit NHL. That is all documented. He's the guy to check out for this NHL Plus that begin next week. Tonight on the site, showing up, he's got his Monday triple double here from the NBA and NBA and MLB. He's putting together a 5-pack here for you on the site. So he has a 5-pack. He's taking his best bets here from NBA and MLB into a 5-pack. Also, if you're looking for baseball, a 3-pack from baseball as well. Singles from the NBA. So good time to get on board with Ninos over at Pick Dogs. Again, the long-term passes are your best value there. 3, 7, and 30 All Sports Pass. You get all of his plays here for that period of time you select. When you go to the profile page and make the purchase, you got a second capper with that 2-for-1 capper promotion. Even greater value there. Now, if you're looking for a season pass, he's got it covered. Your NHL season pass now to the remainder of the playoffs is up there. An MLB season pass, NBA playoff pass. So you've got a lot to choose from when you go to Al's page. Go check out his page and get signed up. All right. Al, as always, great having your show. Continue that success. We'll talk with you again tomorrow. But I know you also contribute on the show. We see you on here, you're on weekends, and you're also contributing to the Puck and Crazy show.
Yeah, that's right. Should be on. I try to make it on every day on the weekends, 10 a.m. Eastern, but also try to be on the Puck and Crazy show Wednesdays and Thursdays at 3 p.m. Eastern, or 3:30, my bad. And then also we try to do them on the weekends now too, a bit earlier, 1:10 p.m. Eastern. So yeah, tune in for all those shows. We always try to give out some good picks out there.
Yeah, we have a lot of focus here when the playoffs begin next week. All right, Al, have yourself a great night. We'll have a good night on the tables and on the field, and we'll talk with you again tomorrow.
All right, thanks, Tony. Have a good one, guys.
You got it. Ninos here on the drive to us. Continue on here with the coverage. You're joined by Chris. Chris, what do we say with our like goal?
So we made a big jump, but we still have a little bit of work to do. We're at 99 likes right now, just under 150 people watching. So now 154. So now I can say we're at that point in the show where if everybody that was watching just clicked the like button, we'd be at our goal of 150 likes to get the 2-leg nerf fee play for tonight's action. Again, guys, remember, no runs in the first inning. It's a quick way to get paid, it's like Brad said earlier when he did his nerf fee play. So we get another 44 more likes. We'll get you a 2-leg parlay that currently pays out about plus 250.
All right, keep those likes, those thumbs up coming. If you missed any of the picks, we'll do a complete recap at the end of the show, so stay tuned for that. I'm going to go ahead and give you Brian's pick because it starts here in about 5 minutes. Between the Rockies and Phillies. He says go over 8.5 Rockies and Phillies. That's from Brian Bitler. This one has a start time of 6:45 Eastern time, so we want to make sure that you guys get in on that one. All right, let's continue on here in the drive-through. Yours truly now up in center. 76ers hosting the Raptors. Sixers laying 8, total 211.5, and I'm going to be a stubborn guy and continue to back this Raptors plus 8. It worked. The Raptors, again, they've got I believe they got the defense here to try to keep this one close in this spot. They're facing elimination. They showed a lot of guts in that game here against the Sixers. They got to the free throw line. It can be debatable whether or not they were fouls. It was biased, of course. They're fouls. I mean, they were aggressive. They are the desperate team right now. And I think in that situation, you get the best out of Toronto. And I still have some question marks about the Sixers team, especially with Harden in the lineup. In a second, that things can go wrong for them. They can be looking at 3-3 before you know it. I'm just saying. With this team, the way it's compiled here, and their history, and Doc Rivers' history. Remember, Doc Rivers is coaching this team. If anyone is going to blow an 0-3 lead in the playoffs, it'll be a Doc Rivers coach team. I mean, I'm just having it may be a Doc Rivers coach team. So I'm not saying that they're going to do. I'm just saying if it happens, don't be surprised. All right, but look, I gave Chris some hope. He was excited about that one there. But anyway, I think they're going to cover this game. They got to the free throw line. Of course, the issue is now with Embiid's, his thumb, or his finger there. He's got some issues with it. And I'm going to look at the Raptors here to keep it close.
Yeah, Tony, I like this play a lot. Not because I'm a Raptors fan, but because it makes sense. The best chance for the Sixers to win a series, win a game, or whatever, is to have a healthy Joel Embiid. And I don't care what Embiid says. I don't care what Doc Rivers says. That thumb is bothering him. That thumb is bothering and hampering Joel Embiid, and it's going. And when you have to leave the ball in the hands of James Harden, who is capable of putting up 30, 35 points, but also capable of going 3 of 18 from the floor, doesn't necessarily put you in the best spot, mentally. And to get 8 points with the Raptors team that plays solid defense is I think a gift. And I'm also looking at the under here. I think this could end up being the first to 100 wins if we even get that high. So yeah, give me the Raptors plus the 8 as well as the under.
When you put too much on James Harden offensively, he checks out defensively.
Yeah, that's the way it's always been, I think, for James Harden.
Yeah, so that's the danger here when you bring a James Harden in and you ask him to do too much. He's got that tunnel vision, and we saw. I hate to say, even with Jokic, people love the guy to death, but I have not seen. I don't know how he's an MVP if you've seen him play defense. But that's another discussion. Oh, you got something to say there, Chris?
Nah, you believe it or not, you took the words out of my mouth. It's not going to be a popular opinion, but to me, an MVP is. I think the MVP is being taken too literally from a statistics-based standpoint now. To me, the MVP should always be the player who is most valuable to their team. So if it doesn't matter if you got the guy that's scoring 30 points a game, pulling down a double-double. If he's doing that on a team that finishes 500, that doesn't scream value to me. If you take a player out of the lineup and that team struggles, that team goes 3-15 without him in the lineup, that says value to me. But again, that's not a metric that I think that the awards committee is necessarily basing that on.
Yeah, these are all awards for popularity to get people to make the NBA look better than it is. It's popularity contest. That's all what it is. Raptors plus 8 against the Philadelphia 76ers. This one will have a start time 8 Eastern time. This is the game on NBA TV. All right, guys, I have a 3-pack over at Pick Dogs Premium. My 2 best bets from the NBA playoffs and a best bet from Major League Baseball, so get on board with that. Of course, I'm also part of the 2-for-1 cap promotion, so you can match me up with some of the cappers like Al Ninos, with Chris, with Brian Bitler, James Clark, Mitch, Brad Francis, all the crew, Jovan Burts, all the crew over at Pick Dogs. Get on board with that 2-for-1 cap promotion. Even greater value there. I notice every time I say someone's name, their head looks up like that. I just get a kick out of that. All right, let's continue on here with the drive-through. Chris, why do we sit here with the likes?
Oh, that's what happened when Big Brother is watching. Got 126 likes right now. We need 22 more likes to get that Nerfy parlay, the 2-leg parlay that's paying out plus 250. Got 156 people watching. So if we can get 21 of you that haven't hit the like button to do so, it doesn't cost you a cent. It's going to get you paid tonight. Just need 20 more likes to get to our goal.
All right, 20 more likes, guys. Keep those likes coming. Let's go to the recap. We gave you Bitler's play. We'll give it to you again. So let's go to the show picks. Al Ninos will join us here for the recap. We got started here with Brian. Brian says Rockies, Phillies over 8.5. Still time to get down in this game. Better hurry, though. Brad here, no runs, first inning. Dodgers, D-backs, a return minus 120. Jovan, Astros, Rockies over 8. Chris, Flyers plus 115 against the Blackhawks. Al Ninos, Jazz, money line plus 135 against the Mavericks. Yours truly, Raptors plus 8 against the 76ers. We'll start with Chris of the near pick. Which one do you like the best?
Well, Tony, there's 2. One I can't mention for certain reasons just yet, but I'll go with you with the Raptors plus 8 against the 76ers. I think that the Raptors and their defense, we're seeing Fred VanVleet questionable for this game. Even if he doesn't play, defense is the one thing that transcends throughout the lineup, and I think that that's going to be key here.
I believe he is not going to play. It's been confirmed he's not going to play. Yeah, he's out. Yeah, he's been
out. Is he out?
Yeah, he's out.
I saw something strange that someone actually said they're a better team without him in the lineup, but they are statistically a better team. The shots are a lot more consistent, a lot more efficient offensively. The Raptors are when he doesn't play. So, as crazy as it may sound, I think the Raptors have a shot. So yeah, I'm with the Raptors plus 8.
We have confirmed linemen on Nets and Celtics. Only Simmons out in that one to start here in top of the hour. All right, let's go to Al. Al, of the near pick, which one do you like the best?
I'll go with... Oh, I got the Rockies playing 2 games tonight. That's tough. No, I'll go with the no runs first inning, I guess. It might be... Yeah, I like that. No runs first inning.
No runs first inning with Kelly on the mound here. I think that's the way. I'm gonna go fix that. Even though we're gonna sign off here, I don't like to leave things messed up. There you go. Jovan was Astros Rangers in that one over 8. I had Rockies on my mind for some reason. All right, maybe that's why I was looking
the over.
I was gonna look at over in that one. That's true in that situation because Freeland's been getting racked. You know what? You've talked me into it, but it's 3:46. It's 6:46. That game started at 6:45, so I can't say that one. So I guess I won't say it started a minute ago. That can't be the one you choose. All right, I'm gonna take no runs first inning Dodgers Diamondbacks. You got a good pitch. Merrick Kelly has got my respect there. That's a respect play for Merrill Kelly because he pitches well. He's the guy on the mountain here tonight here for the Colorado against Walker Buehler, who I always say is better at home. But so far the numbers have been okay. For ERA of 4, he would say it horrible because he was really upset when he got pulled last game. But he got a lot of inherited runs came across. But 4.02 ERA. Varsho, Marte, and Peralta are your leadoff hitters here for Arizona, who can't hit, by the way. So that's probably a good one there. So I'll stick with that. All right, Chris. Now where do we sit here with our light goal?
Tony, I know I'm going to bust chops here, but you got the Rockies on the brain tonight. Apparently, acquiring Merrill Kelly for tonight's game as well. So we got 141 likes. We need 9 more likes to get to our goal. 160 people watching. So we're close.
That's right. We're close. We're close to get there. All right, guys. How many are we again, Chris?
We're at 141. We need 9 more.
9 more likes. Can we get 9 more likes before we sign it off? All right, I got a premium on that Boston game. Who does? Everyone has, right? Everyone does. Yep.
I can give out the play in that game that I don't have, and I think that I like that game to go under the total. I think that's going to be a physical game.
All right, let's go to El Ninos.
I like the Rockies money line.
Like what happened? They put about 4 across in the top at first, or what?
Oh no! Shoot, yeah, you're right. Sorry, I forgot. No, I can't check the scores when I'm on the phone.
I got you. No, they haven't. I was just joking. This game starts in 5. The game starts in 5 minutes. They haven't started yet. They're probably in.
No, I think they're way too much value on them tonight.
I think there's too much value there on the Phillies. You mean, right? You're a believer in Freeland, huh?
No, the Rockies are the dogs, aren't they?
Yeah, the Rockies. Rockies are dog. Yeah, the Rockies are dog.
Yeah,
I know that. I'm just saying
huge dogs.
They're huge dogs. Yeah, I'm just saying that you're okay with Freeland there.
Oh yeah, sorry, I got confused. Yes, I'll take my chances at that price. Sure, why not?
Sure. Well, Gibson. Yeah, Gibson's the other guy. Gibson's a guy that we've been fading forever. I mean, looks like someone says 1-zip Rocky, so they might have pushed one across there. Yeah. Well, I can't speak about this game. I really can't
check the scores on my phone.
I got you. I can't speak about this game. I have this as a premium, so I'll ask Chris if I know this is the one he knows. This team is near and dear to his heart. The Blue Jays hosting the Red Sox here.
Again, Tony, picking a game I have a premium selection on, but I will go to the other half of the game.
I should have known.
You should have. But no, I will say I do like the over in that game. Barrios did stifle the Red Sox, but I still have concerns about this Blue Jays bullpen, and the Blue Jays are still one of the more potent offenses in the American League, and I personally think Nate Eovaldi's a fraud for where he is in that Boston rotation. I think he should be a low end starter if a starter at all in that top 5. So maybe it's injuries that are playing a part of that, but again, I'm not an Eovaldi fan whatsoever.
No Eovaldi fan. Are you an Eovaldi fan, El Ninos?
I think I have to plead the 5th on that one.
All right, he's got that as a premium. Okay,
tomorrow. How about
he's got a premium. Okay, so Scherzer and Michael is here. Mets and Cardinals. This one is your MLB TV game tonight. I guess Chris, you have a 3-pack right tonight. Is that one of yours?
Yes, I do.
I had a feeling. Did you? Are you just?
I like that as a potential nerfy play. It's not in the 2-leg parlay, but I think that could be a nerfy play as well. At hinges on Miles Michaelis, but I do like the under in that one as well. I think Scherzer's off to a great start, and I think the Cardinals, Michaelis has potential. He's gotten off to a great start already this season, so I think that one. But I think the reason I stayed away from that was because I think the total was set at 7.
Yeah, that's a low
6.5.
Yeah, it might have even dropped down. Yeah, that's a low total. That one, when you see Scherzer. It's a lot of $6.5, $15 now, so that's been a big move. Al Ninos, is that a premium for you too? Mets, Scherzer, just bet Scherzer.
I don't know, man.
You plead 5th again?
I have bad memory, man.
All right, yeah, I know your mind's on the cards right now. I know them. All right, where do we sit with our Lyco, Chris?
Tony, we passed it a while ago. I was kind of letting this sit. We were at 163 likes right now.
All right, we got it. Let's get the picks from Chris.
All right, well. seeing as how it's been the running theme on today's show, we're going to go back to this Dodgers Diamondbacks game. I'm going with no runs in the first inning as well. Again, I may rehash some stuff that you guys have already heard. Forgive me, but I did have a little write-up for this one. The Dodgers averaging just 0.6 runs in the first inning this year. They have scored just one in their last 3 games, and they're averaging 0.38 runs in the first inning on the road this year. And going up against Merrill Kelly, we've already talked about it. He's looked like Arizona's staff ace early on this season. This bet it's key because he hasn't allowed a run in the first inning this season. Opposing lineup's just hitting 182 in the first inning this season off of Kelly. On the flip side, Arizona averaging just 0.19 runs in the first this season, 0.22 runs in the first inning this season at home. And Walker Buehler, he's had his issues, but he's stifled this quiet Arizona batting order that's just a combined 194 batting average in 103 at-bats against him. And we did take the over in that Houston-Texas game, but I think those runs, like I said, are coming in the later innings because I have Houston and Texas no runs in the first inning. Now, Dane Dunning, he pitched the lone win for the Rangers at home this season. He has staff ace potential. He's not there yet, but I think he's going to be there against the Houston Astros team that has had issues. They haven't looked as potent offensively as they have this season, but when they do, we always know that Houston Astros to be a later inning team. They're averaging just 0.33 runs per game in the first inning this season, 0.11 if you take the Astros on the road. On the flip side, Framber Valdez, he's had issues, but he could find success against a Texas team that's sometimes not that hard to take out. 25th in the majors, putting up just 0.27 runs in the first inning this season. They've yet to score a run in the first inning at home this year as well. So those are going to be your 2 nerfy plays. No runs in the first inning between the Dodgers and Diamondbacks, and the Houston Astros and the Texas Rangers pays out about plus 250 on the parlay.
There we go. We thank Chris here for his picks, and that'll do it for this edition of the Drive Thru, guys. Be sure to tune in again tomorrow live at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. We'll do it all over again. We'll have Handicappers booked on the show, giving out live free sports picks for the games in prime time. Don't forget, I'll get started every day, 10 a.m. Eastern Time. Mitch's 7 picks in 5 minutes. Now it's moved to 10:30 with that morning show with Joe Madden and Mitch. And of course, Brian Bitler now is checking in. And of course, a lot of sports betting talk. Of course, the 3 shows leading up to Start Talking Crazy, the soccer show, and the Betting Tool show with Mitch. We're live at 6 Eastern Time. All right, let's go ahead and bring in the crew from tonight. We're going to go ahead and wave good night to everyone. Have yourself a great night. We'll talk